Once there was a man named Vincent, a successful lawyer with a reputation for being ruthless in the courtroom. He was consumed by his desire for power and success, willing to do anything to achieve it. His goal in life was to become the most powerful lawyer in the city, and he would stop at nothing to get there. He would manipulate witnesses, fabricate evidence, and use any means necessary to win his cases. But deep down, Vincent was terrified of losing everything he had worked so hard for. He was haunted by the fear that one day, all his lies and deceit would catch up to him, and his entire world would come crashing down. Despite these fears, Vincent refused to acknowledge his own wrongdoings. He lived in a state of denial, convinced that he was untouchable and that no one could ever bring him down. But one fateful night, as Vincent was driving home from a late-night court session, he found himself lost in the woods. As he wandered deeper into the darkness, he began to hear strange whispers and see shadows moving in the trees. Vincent's internal conflict reached a boiling point as he realized he was lost and alone, with no one to save him from the darkness closing in around him. He finally faced the truth of his actions and the consequences of his deceit. As he stumbled through the woods, Vincent knew that he was being hunted by something far more powerful than he could ever imagine. The spirits of those he had wronged were seeking revenge, and Vincent was about to pay the ultimate price for his sins. In the end, Vincent's desperate pleas for mercy fell on deaf ears as the darkness enveloped him, dragging him down into the depths of his own personal hell. And as his screams echoed through the night, he knew that his reign of terror had finally come to an end. The clock struck midnight as Jack, a dedicated curator at the local museum, sat at his desk, meticulously sorting through ancient artifacts. Suddenly, a shiver ran down his spine as he felt a subtle presence in the room. Jack glanced around nervously, trying to shake off the feeling of unease. "Is someone there?" he called out, his voice shaking slightly. A dark figure appeared in the corner of the room, its eyes glinting ominously in the dim light. "I have come for what was taken from me," it hissed, sending a chill down Jack's spine. Jack's goal in life was to uncover the mysteries of the past and preserve them for future generations. He was dedicated to his work, but now, faced with a seemingly malevolent entity, his resolve wavered. "I don't know what you're talking about," Jack stammered, his fear palpable in his voice. "I haven't taken anything from anyone." The figure's laughter sent shivers down Jack's spine. "You have uncovered forbidden knowledge, and now you must pay the price," it whispered, its voice chilling to the bone. Jack's internal conflict intensified as he struggled to make sense of the situation. Was this a manifestation of his own fears and guilt, or was there truly a malevolent force at play? As the figure advanced towards him, Jack's disbelief turned to terror. He realized that his thirst for knowledge had led him down a dangerous path, and now he would have to confront the consequences of his actions. In a moment of clarity, Jack finally understood the true nature of his fear, the fear of the unknown, of the darkness that lurked within the shadows of his own mind. With a newfound sense of determination, Jack faced the entity head-on, ready to confront his fears and put an end to the nightmare that had consumed him. But would he be able to overcome the darkness that threatened to consume his very soul? Only time would tell. In the small town of Ravenwood, there lived a man named Ethan. He was a recluse, rarely seen by the townspeople except when he emerged from his decrepit mansion on the hill to buy supplies. There were rumors that Ethan was cursed, that he had made a deal with the devil, and that his very presence brought bad luck. One stormy night, a group of curious teenagers decided to investigate the mansion and uncover its secrets. As they crept through the dark halls, they stumbled upon a hidden room with strange symbols carved into the walls. And there, sitting in the center of the room, was Ethan, his eyes filled with madness. "Why are you here?" Ethan asked in a voice that sent shivers down their spines. "We just wanted to know the truth about you," one of the teenagers replied nervously. Ethan laughed, a hollow sound that echoed through the room. "The truth? You think you can handle the truth? I made a deal with the devil, a deal that I thought would bring me power and wealth. But instead it brought me nothing but despair. I am cursed to live out my days in this forsaken house, alone and tormented." As the teenagers tried to escape, they realized that the doors were locked and the windows barred. Panic set in as they realized that they were trapped with a madman who had made a deal with the devil. Ethan's goal in life had been to gain power and wealth, but now all he wanted was to be free of the curse that haunted him. His fear consumed him, the fear that he would never escape the darkness that surrounded him. But deep down, Ethan also felt a sense of disbelief. How could he have been so foolish as to make a deal with the devil? How could he have believed that he could outwit the forces of evil? As the teenagers begged for their lives, Ethan's internal conflict raged on. Should he let them go and risk the devil's wrath, or should he keep them trapped and face their inevitable demise? In the end, Ethan made his choice. With a wild look in his eyes, he raised a dagger and lunged towards the teenagers, the madness consuming him completely. And as the screams echoed through the mansion, the townspeople whispered of the cursed man who had made a deal with the devil and met a gruesome end. But deep down, they knew that the real horror lay in the darkness of their own hearts, where the demons of doubt and disbelief lurked, waiting to be unleashed. Thank you for all your support. We truly appreciate it. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button. And remember, we post new content every Monday and Friday, so be sure to follow along for more. Bye for now.